What's up, guys? Welcome to another amazing episode of the Kisscapades podcast. I have a very special guest with me today. There's some guests who don't like being called special. So, I don't know whether it's okay with you.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, I'll let you introduce yourself. Tell the people what you do or what you're currently doing. And we'll take it off from there. We have a lot to talk about.
Okay. My name is Nelly. I'm an upcoming YouTuber and I go by the name of Velly on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so actually I've just started doing YouTube. I started last year and I think that this year will be a good year for me to just kickstart and be consistent on my YouTube channel in terms of posting. Yeah.
How many videos have you put out so far?
Why are you putting me on the spot like that?
You have to ask. If you're saying upcoming, you have to know the numbers. We're talking numbers now.
Okay, 4 videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 videos?
Yeah, I started late last year. 4
Late
videos
last
so
year.
far. Yeah.
So 1 video after every 3 months.
No. No, actually last year I had a lot going on, so I didn't have the time to be consistent in terms of posting. But this year I'm going to be more consistent when it comes to posting because I've got a lot of free times. I'm going to just focus on my YouTube channel.
What was taking most of, because like on the podcast we do talk about let's start with this first of all before we even go there.
Okay.
Like what made you, because you reached out to me, right?
Yeah.
And why me when you have so many other podcasters, you have other...
I'm your fan, first of all. I've always been watching your podcast, so I was like, I would like to be on your podcast one day. So even when I DM'd you, I actually did not think he would respond. So when he responded, I was like, yay, finally I'm going to do a podcast because this is new to me. I've never done a podcast before. And yeah, so I just wanted to be here. I wanted to get the feel of it, interact with you, network, and yeah.
And I'm glad you reached out because I think that's one of the most important things that people don't understand. Like just the social media platform is there for you to connect with people.
Yeah.
So don't be hesitant. Don't feel like somebody might leave you on scene. Me, you leave me on scene. It's okay. It's okay. I'll forgive, but I will never forget.
To be honest, at first, I was scared. I was like, I only have 4
Scared of
videos.
what?
I was like, I only had 4 videos on my channel. I mean, will he take me serious? I mean, I've seen a lot of huge, it's not huge, sorry, big people in the media industry, mainstream. So I was like, so will he really reply to my DM? Will he invite me? I was like, I was really doubting myself. So when he replied, I was like, oh, okay. To me, it really motivated me.
He's not a bad person.
I know, but in social media, there are,
I know.
Yeah, so you don't know who will respond back to you. Plus, even when I gave you the name of my channel, I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Now he will go there and just see those 4 videos and be, ni joker. This one is a joker. Let me just brush it off.
And I think the gym one is the one that I saw, it was a gym, right?
Yeah.
I saw that one and I could see the effort because, I can see you in the middle and you're using your phone to record the audio, right?
Yeah.
But did you use that audio? Let's start with that.
No.
Now, you see, I was like, because I saw and I was like, okay, this audio is not matching what's supposed to be coming from the phone.
Yeah.
So, but I saw the effort and one thing is that I remember when I was starting off, it was so hard for me and I was constantly trying to look for somebody who can show me the ropes or motivate me. And I never got any. Nobody ever did that for me. So I know how something small can be impactful or even motivate somebody to try and pursue something.
Yeah.
So I do respect you reaching out and I do respect also at least pursuing that journey.
Yeah.
But with 4 videos, we need to improve on that, kidogo.
Yeah. Okay. This year, actually, you guys are going to see a lot of videos. Actually, I'm going to post one today.
You better.
Yeah, I'm going to post one today.
Now, speaking of which, sorry to cut you off. What were you saying? You're going to post one today?
Yeah, a video today on my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't interrupting you.
No.
Sorry.
No.
So, growing up, what did you want to be? Let's start with that. Because at times, Did your dream change? Maybe you wanted to be a doctor?
Growing up, to be honest, I wanted to be a lawyer. Yeah, but then
Who
later,
crushed your dreams?
oof, my grades. My grades. Then I have cousins who are pursuing law, so I would always see them learning. I was like, hey, this learning never stops.
They
after
read
this.
a lot
Yeah.
by the law students.
So I was like, am I really ready for this? You know, I don't like, I was like, I wanted to do something that I do, maybe if it's 4 years, 3 years, then I'm done. But the learning never stops. So I was like, hey, I'm not ready for this. So after that, when I was, I think in class 8, that's when I wanted to do media. And when I reached when I was now in high school, every time I date someone, for example, like what's your last name, your surname?
Telewa.
Telewa.
Yeah.
I would always be like, okay, when the party show, so I would always be like, okay, I'm Velma, for example. I'm Velma Telewa. So I would always like try to match the name. So if the name doesn't match, I'm like, I'm not dating this guy.
That's how you're dating people. If the name doesn't.
Imagine when I was in high school, I was like, this surname wouldn't look good on me on TV. Like there was a time a guy called, he was called, I think, Tony Kaburi approached me, and I was like, hey. So now I'll be like, I'm Velma Kaburi. I was like,
This is not gonna work for me.
Yeah, I was like, this relationship, it's not going anywhere. My
Jeez.
friend, just move along.
You're the first person I've known who can actually choose like a boyfriend just because of their name. Like, hey,
for real,
okay.
I was doing that when I was in high school. I was
Because
doing
you're
that.
putting it into consideration when
Yeah.
you're on TV, how it's gonna sound.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, now people, I'll be a laughing stock out there. I was like, no, this can't be the surname that I'm going to use on TV.
It
I'll
doesn't
have
work.
to. Yeah, I was like, nah, I'll have to date someone else. You're cute, but your last name,
It's not working for
yeah,
me.
it's not working for me.
And just being in like just maybe high school and how was it for you in high school?
Ugh.
What motivated you towards like just pursuing what you pursued in our
To be honest, I think I just love being on camera. I just love being on camera. I wouldn't say my high school motivated me that much because, I was a troublemaker.
you are?
I was a troublemaker. Jumping the fence, causing riots.
You're one of those people.
Yeah, sadly enough.
Well, law is not for you. Then law wouldn't have worked out well for you.
Sometimes even when people are being chased out of school fees,
Yeah.
and let's say I've paid school fees, I was like, hey, now what am I doing here? My friends are out. The learning, when people are being chased for school fees,
Yeah.
people don't learn that much. Like the teacher doesn't come to class frequently. So
Yeah,
I was like,
'cause-
I'm not giving up my sleep. Let me just go home with them. I'm like, okay, I don't have school fees to charge. I just want to go home. So I'd go home and stay.
Sorry, you'd go home?
I'd go home and stay for like a week or 3 days. Then I'd be like, okay, now it's time to go back to school. I used to have a phone, so I was like, hey, Nani, have you come back to school? Yes, we are in school. Oh, okay, I'm coming
Have
tomorrow.
your phone with you in school?
Yeah, I mean, in high school, people have their phones in school. You just don't show it. You put it on silent.
Just hide it.
Yeah, you just don't show it. People have it as much as it's against the rules. You can just hide it.
Well, during my days, we didn't have stuff. They were too expensive for somebody to have it in school.
Okay, for me, I had a phone, and
They're like, okay.
when the prefects or the teacher came to like search for phones because the rumors had gone that had spread.
So and so has like a phone.
Yeah, we would hide our phones either on the roof, or beneath the grass.
Can you imagine you hide your phone on the roof and then it vibrates?
I know. The terror.
Be like, yo, as long as you don't have my pin, you can keep the phone. You're not getting expelled.
Yeah, because if they find your phone, you're being expelled.
Yeah, that's definitely expulsion, right?
Yeah.
And then, okay, now moving on to uni, college. What did you pursue?
Media.
Media.
For me, I've always loved media. Actually, according to the way I thought, I was like, after finishing school, I'll go and do media. Then after media, someone will approach me because I have the looks for it. I'll get a job.
Yeah,
Shock on me.
You're going to get that apartment in Kilimani or Kileleshwa.
Imagine. Shock on me. I didn't know that I would tarmac.
Yeah.
Shock on me. It was a big shock. At times, even like, I should have just done business or just tourism and travel or a hostess was just something that is not media.
And you're seeing other girls like posting their traveling pictures and videos.
Yeah, and I'm like, why didn't I, like, what was wrong with me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but
what's the state right now? What do you think? You're still trying to get a job, or do you think you should just try and do your own thing before the job comes?
no, right now I just want to like focus on my YouTube channel. Then maybe, you never know, someone might just pick me out from there.
That's where they pick people from.
Yeah, because I've sent CVs to so many media houses. I've been to interviews and nothing.
You don't know what they do with the CVs.
Do
you send physical or emails?
Even physical, imagine.
Those
Even
ones,
physical.
Those ones, they're those guys who come like for Mali, they pick, they buy papers and stuff.
Yeah.
They're the ones who take the CVs nowadays.
I know. At times I even like, did even my CV reach the HR? I'm like,
never.
Or should I snoop behind and see where they're taking my CV?
Never.
So I was just like, you know what? Let me just start my YouTube channel. Someone might just pick. I might just blow out from there.
And it's a good platform to exercise and just sharpen your skills.
Instead of just staying there at home because I haven't received any like interviews or jobs. So I may just start from somewhere instead of just sitting idling and doing nothing.
And starting,
because actually I'm good at sleeping. I love sleeping.
What?
I can sleep for 2 days non-stop without waking up for food.
I talked to someone on the podcast here about some chick I was dating. It didn't last long, of course. I asked her what some of her hobbies are. She said sleeping. It was a wrap. It was like,
you're out.
Dreams and ambition zero. Because at times you also need somebody who's going to motivate you. And it's so important. At times you don't even know it.
Yeah.
But you bump into somebody, maybe a friend or somebody you date. But they're just such a driving force because they keep motivating you. They're like, hey, I've seen this, Ninis. You go and try out this. This and this. You try and...
Yeah. I get it, but as much as I love sleeping, actually I'm known for sleeping. I'm known for sleeping.
2 days, no.
As much as I love sleeping, at times
unacceptable.
No, I know, but at times you get tired. You want to be somebody out there. You just don't want to be known for sleeping, And even like, for example, like right now, even when I wanted to start my YouTube channel, my mom is always like, "Ay, Velma, I know you and sleeping. Will you really manage?" Even today when I was coming out, she was just looking at me like,
Is she gonna go for this thing?
Yeah. So for them, they don't see like at times I get tired of sleeping. For them, they think that I'm comfortable sleeping. But life is good. But at times you even sleep because you're depressed.
But that's the thing. Because now I want to raise that. You don't have any
job.
It's not actually that you love sleeping.
Yeah.
That's also like a slight form of depression.
Yeah, it's like an scapegoat. You sleep to just...
You're trying to sleep away from reality. And then when you wake up...
Yeah, I dream I'm in South Africa. I'm just there at the beach, meeting Akina Caspanyoves, But and when you wake reality,
you wake up, shit hits you in the face. Again. But now that's the thing. You have to keep yourself motivated. Your friends that are around you, Pia, are also like a very big contribution. Because, what I realized when I was starting off is I used to, like I told you, I used to go and try and network in events on things that interest me. Like you see, even like you maybe reaching out because you want to do, or just you're interested in how the podcast works and how I move around with it. Those little things. So you keep surrounding yourself with such things. You'll be waking up in the morning, there's something for you to do. Even though it's not compensating you at the moment, it will start opening more doors. You'll start getting those calls like, hey, what are you doing today? Do you want to come and assist me for this and that? Because like even for me, I'm thinking if I'm doing, at a point, maybe I need like an intern. And what I remember is Velma told me she's very good at sleeping. Be like,
that one will sleep on the job.
She already told me what she loves doing. You see?
Yeah.
So I won't blame her if she comes on the job and she's not motivated or she's just like, because I already knew. But once you start surrounding yourself with just such people, like,
who motivate you,
or see somebody doing something. Because for me, if you go to my Instagram in the morning, you'll see me packing things, doing setup, doing this and this. Because I don't want to skip that process when I'm showing people things and people are just seeing results, but they don't see everything else that's leading to those results. So
I actually wonder, like, how does this guy keep up? Every day you post, I'm like, does
think
this
I have
guy
a team,
sleep?
eh?
Yeah, I'm like,
He'll come here,
okay.
get a camera guy, shooting for us, and then they'll go edit.
Yeah.
Where?
To be honest, for me, I was like, okay, this guy has some professional people around there or something. The camera guy, an editor, because I was like, how does he manage?
You have to motivate yourself, because now you start motivating yourself, you start attracting the right people.
Yeah.
People would be interested, people would want. The reason why you reached out to me is because you saw like, hey, he's always
true.
constantly posting, there's so many different people.
Yeah.
So you start attracting that same kind of energy.
Yeah, plus I also wanted to know, like, how does he do this? Like, let me just meet this guy and, get some motivation and see, as in, what's wrong with me? Is it just me? Or what is it?
But you have to keep yourself, the people you keep, and even the people you follow at times on social media. If you follow a lot of people who are just like, they showing you like just the holiday pictures.
Yeah, sometimes
you'll be depressed.
I get depressed at times. I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I doing with my life? Like, what is this? All I do is eat, sleep, and wake up. Well, people out here,
people are winning.
yeah, I'm
People
like,
constantly winning.
yeah, how do they do it?
Traveling, putting out content,
Yeah.
endorsement deals.
Yeah, I'm like, how did they start?
But
So-
it all starts with you taking that first
and
step.
the effort.
What has been your experience like, at least like, let's say, trying out for jobs? Because yes, you've said like you haven't been able to get like a job yet.
Yeah.
But just how has been your experience? Maybe interning, assisting. Have you done any of those?
Yeah, I've done interning for KBC, but
This
behind
one
the-
and only KBC?
Yeah, the
How
famous
is-
KBC
how is that?
editing,
How is
editing
that?
department. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Uh-huh.
But now, the thing that made me not like, I would have gotten a job there, but now I didn't want to do editing. My passion is just on TV. So with editing, at times it's boring. Like, you reach there 7, you leave there 8 or 6, just there editing.
What were
get
you editing
tired.
with?
Eh,
What did they use?
Final
like,
Cut.
They use Final
Yeah,
Cut?
they use Final Cut.
Really?
Yep. They use
So you're
Final
good
Cut.
and efficient at Final Cut?
Expert.
Really?
Yep.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying, for real. I'm an expert when it comes to Final Cut.
You have a laptop?
Yeah.
Don't just say yeah.
Yeah, I have
yeah.
one. Yeah, I have one, to be honest.
Yeah.
To me, like, when I was in school, we were taught to edit via Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
So when I was interning, when I was now being taught to edit via Final Cut, for me, I love Final Cut compared to Adobe.
It makes
Premiere.
work easy, and it looks neat
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just easy to work with, right?
Yeah. So for me, it was easy. I loved editing when I was there, but now I didn't see my growth there.
Yeah, because they will never.
There's no
If
growth.
you're an editor, they'll never call you to be on screen. You know that.
How?
They'll be like,
How?
hey, wait, take the files, transfer
Yeah.
the files to Nani.
I tried, but now even meeting those presenters, it's hard because you're just there
You're on the-
editing room,
you have
editing
deadlines,
24/7.
deadlines,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, when will I? The only time that I was meeting them is maybe if they bring a clip for me to edit. That's the only
And
time.
you can't have an interaction. They're
Yeah.
like, make sure this is done.
Yeah. So I was just like, I don't see my growth here. So after interning, I extended actually from August to December. I was like, after
That was
that,
last year or what?
yeah, I was like, after that, let me just go. I
You
was
just
so
left, or did they fire you?
no, I just left. See,
Did you tell them at least you're leaving?
yeah,
Or you just didn't show up?
see, my internship it's like for 3 months, right?
Yeah.
After that, they extend it for you, right? So you're the one who decides if they
Or
should.
if you want to.
Yeah. So for me leaving, I was so optimistic. I was like, you know what? I'll get out there. I'll conquer the world. I'll get,
Hey.
But
It's not.
when I got out, I was like, hey, what was I thinking?
I think people underestimate like how much work it goes, like just for when you see like even just YouTubers who do their own thing. That's why like somebody like Maxine, I really respect her.
Yeah.
Cause especially for just like also like just a girl who's doing like mechanical engineering,
Yeah.
and she's like constantly thinking of, you have to focus with reading,
Yeah.
and you have to focus on my next content and still keep up with my fans, respond to messages, and still give them something that will motivate them.
Yeah.
So those people, you have to look at them and respect, because if you've like you said, you were
Yeah.
saying like you're going out there to conquer the world, and then
Shock on me. I didn't know that I was the one who's going to be conquered. Vice versa.
But what's bad? What made you like just maybe lose motivation?
Uh,
I want to know, and I want people
think,
to understand also, and just connect.
yeah, I
to-
think what made me like lose motivation, the fact that when someone sees you, it's like you've got the looks for it. You can be a TV presenter. People motivate you out there. Why are you doing this and stuff? But then when you now send the CVs, and to be honest, you just feel pathetic. Like, hey. For me, I gave up. I was like, you know what? I've tried enough. Maybe I should just do something else. I should just do business or something, or even get out of the country and just try something else. Because I was like, hey, I'm not going to get a job here. So yeah,
But do you still want to get a job?
I do, because I love media. I
where?
told you, this inspiration for me started when I was like young,
Yeah.
matching my name with people's surnames. So now when I'm like grown
You're
up,
all
and
grown up.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
the only
like-
the least that you can do is just pursue that dream.
yeah, so for me, last year was the year that I told myself, you know what, I'm just going to start my own YouTube channel. Maybe someone might support me out there and just give me a job. If not, it's okay, but I'm just going to do it anyway.
But you have to start. You just motivate yourself and
Yeah.
keep putting content out. Don't edit and then just say that you're giving up on you.
Yeah, for me,
But we'll see. Like
I struggle a lot when it comes to posting, because I do a lot
you
of
have
shoots.
internet at home.
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi at home. I
You
do
have
a lot
a
of
laptop.
Yeah, imagine.
You have software.
Imagine how sad
And
is
you know
that?
how to use the software.
Yeah, I don't post it
Why are
because
you complaining?
No, I'm always like, now will people watch this, or
What
they'll
the
just
hell?
see that it's
Think about it
pathetic.
this way. What's the worst TV show that you've seen like right now currently? And it's still going on every other week. Every other week.
Um,
Even if it's local, you don't say a local one that you might end up sending them a CV.
I know, that's why I'm even scared of talking. Like, should
But
I
you
say?
know, there are some shows that you're always wondering, like, how is this show still running?
Yeah.
But it's still running, and there are people who are watching. So you can imagine something that you actually sat down. And even my previous guest, we were talking with her, and I was asking her, like, do you watch TV? She said no. Do you watch TV?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but a lot of times I'm usually on Netflix.
Netflix or YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
So you see, even the one place that you want to go and work on, you don't even watch their content.
I gave up. I
see?
gave up.
See, like even them, but it's because the content that's out there, it's like not informative, it's not motivating, it's not.
Yeah, plus in TV these days, you just see the same people. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get a chance here, so what the hell?
And they're only giving celebrities jobs.
Yeah,
You know
I was
that,
like, let me just watch a
Yeah.
movie and do something
If
else.
you're not a celebrity, wait, before you get that job,
I know.
it's
I
really
know.
tricky, especially let's say they see if you're a young girl and you're trying, you really want that job.
Yeah.
There's so many people there who might take advantage of
Yeah.
you as well.
Yeah.
And they're always like very blunt, like, hey, see, if I can help you get this job. Nobody has told you that, first of all.
A lot.
You get that a lot?
Yeah, a lot.
People
I told you I used to do modeling. Actually, okay, I'm not going to mention the magazine that I appeared on, but even
a mainstream magazine
Yeah.
that's still running?
yeah.
Okay,
Before there was just a lot of like they'll tell you, so you'd come today, come tomorrow. Then after that, can you give me your number? They start chatting you, and the way that chat is flowing, you're just like, nope. I'm not
how
going
is
to
it?
do
The
this.
podcast is here. Not unless, if you don't want to say it, okay, but what kind of approaches? Because it's important
I
for
mean,
other girls to know. Wouldn't you want other girls who are innocently chasing their dreams and get misguided into? Because we normally see these controversies popping up
Yeah.
every other year.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so and so did this. Once there's one that Edgar Obari posted. I was like, what kind of person would fall for this shit? Hey, watch out, people now started saying, hey, even for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody calls you somewhere, starts shooting you. They're telling you to take off your clothes, you're still taking them off,
Yeah,
them off.
I saw that one.
Completely
You know-
until you're naked and you're like, you
No.
still don't see.
You know,
But I also
the thing
don't
is
blame
this,
them.
if it's your passion, like for me now, you see, I've got the hunger for media and stuff.
So you do anything to
No,
get-
no. Me, I won't do anything.
No,
me,
no.
I won't do anything. But there's some girl out there who's willing to risk it all. So, you can't. I don't know.
Okay,
But
what's the
like
worst?
for me, my worst was
What was the worst? Yeah. Because you see, when somebody decides like, me, I'm giving up. It's because of those things. When you say you're giving up, somebody will like, she just gave up like that.
yeah.
Funny what happened. There's nothing that's happened. It's like she just applied for jobs. Now she's given up.
Yeah.
No, but what actually are some of those things? Like what was the
for
worst?
me, like I know someone who works at a media house, someone who would have maybe even pushed my CV and I would have gotten a job. So I was like, hey, see, we are friends, I know you, blah, 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 blah. Can you pass this CV to so-and-so? And he was like, straining the conversation. First, let's do this first. What are you doing on Friday? Can we go out? After that, can you come to my place? And I'm like, all this just to appear on TV. I'm like, no, I don't think if I can do this. I'm like, no. Yes, I want to be a news anchor or a broadcaster in UTC, but I can't do this.
Yeah, because
and there's a lot, not only that, a lot. So along the way, you just give up. You just see them like, these people just want to sleep with me. I'm out.
they will sleep with you.
Yeah.
And they will never pick your call again.
Yeah, I was like, I'm out.
Then now
Because first off, you meet with someone, you're giving that someone your CV, and like, you got beautiful eyes.
Oh no.
Your long hair, and you're
That's
just
a
like,
red flag
wow.
immediately, because you know that's
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah, and it's so disappointing. I'm just like, oh my god. So this guy just wants to sleep with me. Let me just pick my CV. Let me get
And I'm
out.
always saying, like, people are just being too creepy. If you like someone,
Yeah.
there's so many different ways. Haven't we seen, aren't there like news anchors who actually date
Yeah,
and they're
they are.
married
Yeah.
and they actually met on the job? They're there.
Yeah, they
But
are.
that's not how you approach someone.
Yeah,
If you like someone, like, you can help assist. If genuinely you're just being a friend, assist
Yeah.
where you can.
yeah.
And when you want to ask somebody out, just ask them. If they say no, well and good. But if they like you for who you are and everything, they'll say yes.
Yeah.
But how do you win someone over by like already bribing them? Like, hey,
Yeah.
by this you come to my...
It's so disappointing.
And it's somebody you respected, maybe.
And you even started viewing life and seeing things differently, because you're just like, okay, I have papers, but
May think just people
my
just
papers
rule-
mean nothing. This
mean-
guy obviously just wants to sleep with me so that he can get that job. So
I think the easiest people, and I'm just advising like those men who are just doing those sketchy things,
yeah,
help her get to where she needs to get. And if you need to, like with what you can assist. But if you want to ask somebody out, just find the right time to ask somebody out. Just ask them.
Yeah.
Maybe they like you too.
yeah.
And can you imagine how, like, what's her name? It's Lulu Hassan and the husband who are like, they do news together.
Who?
Lulu Hassan.
Yeah.
They do the news with the husband,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Even
you
we are
see.
matching clothes.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's possible, but
Yeah.
there has to be like some reasonable sense of where like they communicated that
Yeah.
and actually still.
Yeah, and some of these men are even married.
Do you wanna put out the names, or do you
No.
have to call Obari for some receipts? I'll call Obari and be like,
No.
yo, I'm here with a chick called Velly. Do you think you can get me receipts for? But you see, what's so scary, and another very important thing. You see, these people are always in those positions, and when they do this to you, or attempt to, it's hard even for you to actually like say, Nani tried to do this for me.
Yeah.
Because you might be blacklisted, you know that.
Yeah,
They'll be like,
and you might never get a job.
You'll never. They will
Yeah.
blacklist you. Because
Yeah.
they'll call like their heads, hey, Nani, this chick.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tricky, and I understand how you can be demotivated.
Yeah.
But that's why also like social media as a platform and having control of your own content
Yeah.
can teach you so many different things. So many things. But don't hesitate or be afraid of networking. The creeps are out there, that's
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
And you just have to know how to maneuver. Because once you're done with school, the government has given you an ID.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you're not a kid anymore. Not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
If somebody is trying to pursue, and women most of the time are forced to grow faster than guys. Because you'll always be approached by older people. You know that.
Yeah.
They will always approach you.
Yeah, and funny thing, something that I realized, these married men, okay, for example, those who have kids, I don't know if this is a new trend, but they always murder their kids. They'll be like, I'm married, but I don't have kids.
Yeah.
But when you search them up, you see even 4 kids, 3, and I'm like,
Yeah.
huh?
It's tricky. But okay, now moving on from that, we might come back. But what kind of content? Let's say, like for your YouTube, you're saying you're finding it hard to decide what kind of content you're putting out. But ideally, if you had the opportunity, somebody's even like interested, like, you know what, we want you to sponsor you and fund like your project for you to put out content every week. What kind of content ideally would you want to? Because there's some content you'd want to put out, but maybe fans.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost you.
Yeah, for me, I think travel. I love to travel. I love traveling.
Now kwanza when you say travel, it's very risky.
Why?
When these old white men, listen, they know how to target these young girls who are like, travel. They'll be like, which country? I'm like, I'm Italiano. Take you to Italy. I can take you to this and this and this.
I can do travel, or maybe I love cooking. I love cooking. Travel or cooking shows.
Okay, let's say, have you done like small road trips with friends? Have you tried doing like the bonfire things or those two little things?
I've done them.
Because you can start.
Yeah, I've done them.
Did you put content out when you did?
No.
Travel?
I did not.
Oh, now how do we?
The thing is.
Oh, Lord.
No, the thing is also my worst. What was it?
Critique.
So I'd shoot something and be like, is it even worth it? I'm like, nah. We were making noise here. The camera was shaky. So I end up not posting it. Yeah, but this year you guys are going to be surprised.
Because you have to think about it that there's some people who are like tourists.
Yeah.
There's some people who save for like 2-3 years or even 5 years
just to travel.
To come to this country that we overlook. Kenya has so many beautiful spots.
Yeah.
But even just putting that, when you talk about travel, you have to take the first step. At least take the first step and say, like, you know what, I want to achieve this, but why shouldn't I at least link up with 2 or 3 people, or even other YouTubers? But now depending on people is also like another thing. You will make plans and then you'll be there alone. You
can't depend on someone. You'll just have to start it by yourself.
Yeah.
You can't depend on
Start on yourself, even if you're doing those group travels. But if you go somewhere, you can actually cover the place and talk about the place. Because travel it's very popular right now. I think a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I was actually thinking about that, or cooking, or going to school, high schools, especially these girls' high schools. Then shooting those events that usually happen at their schools. Then after that, maybe I give them I buy like 3 boxes of pads, wholesale. Then I just give them out.
Of course, we're talking about girls.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you. So now, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, just in case you have a jealous boyfriend, make sure you explain to him, this is for the podcast and I'm doing this for all my guests.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So happy Valentine's in advance.
Thank you.
I know a lot of men in Nairobi don't put out such gestures.
Yeah.
They're not they're not in tune with what's supposed to be done.
Please preach.
So now
preach about it.
It's up to me to just take an initiative and just in the spirit of Valentine's, treat and put a smile on someone.
Yeah.
We can put them somewhere on the side because I know we still have time.
Yeah.
But do you like them?
Yeah. And they are fresh.
Okay, when was the last time somebody gave you like a bouquet of flowers?
I think last year, but one.
But one?
Yeah.
Okay. Were they better than these ones? You can say. Oh, are you friends? Are you still friends with them?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's not ruin it for them.
Actually, they were red roses. They were very nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You can At least let's not make him look bad or anything.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
So, yeah, because we'll get to the love segment. We have to talk about it just a bit.
Okay, yeah.
What were we saying? Like at least trying to take a step and actually shoot that travel video on your own, making that step.
Yeah. But what do you think about this other that you wanted to
Oh,
start?
for the
Going
schools.
To, yeah.
For the schools.
Girls'
That's
schools.
good because nobody's doing
Talking
that.
to them about contraceptives,
Yeah.
How life out here is, For me, if I had
What
someone...
will you teach them about? Because when you're
for
teaching
me, if
about
I had-
contraceptives, you're telling them to have sex before marriage.
No, I'm
Is
not
that
telling...
what is that what you're saying to these young girls?
No. Here's the thing. Like, for me,
Yeah.
like, a lot of girls usually don't finish school.
No, it's true.
They get pregnant while they are in school, So having that someone who's out there who can tell them something about it, for me, I never had that.
Oh, yeah. And you think, like, that's really important because it can actually make a...
Plus, even if I had that, like, someone who would come to my school and say, you know what, getting a media job out here there is hard, but you just have to be, at least I would have had an idea of what is out there. But I was so green. I don't know anything. I was just like, I'm Velmachi, and TVG, getting out here, nikapata, hey.
Guys who are experts at this, they're just
Hey.
waiting for you. They're like,
I'm telling you, I was, it's sad. It's sad. For me, I knew I would get a media job so quick because I have the looks for it. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to get it.
yeah.
But when I got out,
It's tricky. But what I can
hard.
say, you see that thing that you're talking about, before you talk about shooting in the schools,
Yeah.
why don't you start putting out content about what exactly you're saying? Because you see some of these kids, yes, they do have access to YouTube and they can start relating to that online so that by the time you start doing the school appearances, you have content that's actually backing up. And even when you're talking to them, you can tell them like, just in case you missed this opportunity to be in this school,
yeah.
you can still go to our YouTube and we still talk about these things about girl
Yeah.
matters and all those little.
Yeah, I'll actually do that. Because for me, if only I had someone who would have like approached me and told me that when I was in high school.
It would have made a difference.
Yeah, for me it
Really?
would. For real, it would. Like I would have known what is outside there. I would have been all that. I'm going to get a major job. I have the height. I would have humbled myself.
Don't come with such expectations. Imagine, like the world will slap you back to reality.
Imagine those guys that I left because of their surnames. Imagine. Just
like that.
I know right now. They'll maybe they waited to see me on TV and they're like, what happened?
Wonder what happened to
Yeah.
her. She used to say that she's going to.
Yeah.
She's going
She even left me because of my surname. And now, where is she?
No, but just think about it. You have to make that step.
Yeah.
And I think like even just for YouTube has so many endless opportunities. I can tell you for a fact that on my podcast, like 2 stations wanted to air my podcast on TV.
Yeah.
I said no,
Why?
because I don't watch TV.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't watch TV, first of all. Plus, just figure-wise, it wasn't making sense. I'd be like,
How
now
much?
you want to plaster my face on TV and everything, and then I'm still here, like, my account is not reflecting any different zeros. So I was like,
Yeah.
no, because I'm doing all the production and everything. I'm giving you the finished product. I'm bringing the people here.
Yeah.
The content is like proper for the times that we're living in, and everybody can connect to it. The age demography is super wide.
Yeah.
So I mean, that has to, if you're taking me, if it's TV, the numbers have to make sense. Otherwise, if they don't, I'm good with my YouTube subscribers,
Ooh.
Instagram followers,
Yeah.
because I'm still making things and ends meet.
Yeah.
And I'm motivating so many people to get in the space, because it has to start with us.
Yeah.
It has to start with us. So
Yeah.
that, I definitely tell you the one thing I can advise you on is like, you have to put content out. Because I know there's so many people like, Kenya has so many YouTubers, but trust me, you find your lane,
Yeah.
everything will start making sense. Now travel companies will be contacting like, yo,
And I think,
Val, are
also,
you free this
I think
weekend?
you also have to like stand out.
Yeah.
With your content.
And you can't do the same thing that other people
Yeah.
do. I think it's easy because when you see Nani has done it like this, okay, me, I want to do it like this. You just try, just think out of
Just
the
be
norm.
you. Yeah.
Just be you. Because if you're you, it's easier to like
You
wake
won't
up and
struggle
shoot
that
content.
much, yeah. Trying to be someone else.
And I think for you, maybe your content, it's because maybe you're like, it doesn't look like this other content that I had seen.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I
come
struggle
on.
a lot with that. I struggle a lot
no.
with that.
Me, if I shoot something, it's going out. Because I'll be like, so I wasted my time. Sleeping, shooting, editing.
And even at times you even spent your money and you're like,
Yes.
ooh, that money, for me, I'm like, hey, that money I would have just gone shopping, you know.
Done
bought
something with it.
Yeah.
Okay, who are some like of the YouTubers that you look up to? Let's start with that as well. Because that's a space you're trying to like.
Wabosha, Joanna, Miss Trudy,
Yeah.
Sharon Kimwangi, Nancy Mwai.
I heard Nancy shut down her YouTube.
But I know I used to. She did. I used to watch her
heard that.
YouTube channel.
When was the last time you saw her channel? You have to think
No,
about
there's this
it.
one that they were having a girl talk. Nancy Mwai.
And
This chick.
you don't even remember this.
No,
people
the
inspire you.
the throwdown cook.
The?
What's her name?
The one who?
Does the throwdown cooking?
Mandy.
Mandy Saro, and there's this other one. Oh my god.
Wow. Even
Oh,
me, I
I'm
know
so
the
bad
I
at
even know the
this.
names and I'm not
no,
even like
you got me off guard.
no, but because we have to understand the people who
And Natalie Tewa. I love Natalie Tewa. I love Natalie Tewa.
because
Yeah.
you see those are the people that influence you and you might pick a few things from them or learn from them.
Yeah.
Have you ever sent or tried approaching with them?
Yeah.
Did they respond to your messages?
Nope.
You see?
To be honest.
You see the difference between people who actually take their time off their busy schedules and
To be
inspire
honest,
Kenyans out here?
But to a point, I'm like, or should I just send them an email? Like, how do I go about this? Because I DM them and nothing.
I think here's the thing, and that's why I'm saying it's so important. People don't understand, like, just because people have started following you and these are your fans, basically,
Yeah.
and somebody's approaching, I know people are busy and everything,
But actually, Miss Trudy has responded.
and that's why she'll keep growing.
Yeah.
She'll keep growing.
Yeah.
Because if you don't pay attention to such little things, you'll keep growing.
Yeah.
But the only thing you remember is when you tried to interact with one of the people who like really inspires you, you look
Yeah.
up to.
Yeah.
They left you unseen or they didn't respond to you.
Yeah.
So you start seeking now like influence somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that means you start moving or shifting your attention or what you need to learn to other people who like respond to you, like even just give you a double like
Yeah.
on a comment.
Yeah.
Or like thanks for your response. You start gravitating towards those.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, 100% sure, if any of those women who you've talked about maybe responded positively
Yeah.
or called you for a sit down or something, just some little something to
Motivate me,
motivate you.
inspire me, yeah.
Maybe you wouldn't have even reached out to me. Because now you're like, okay, now like, this is a woman, she's self-driven and everything. She's teaching me A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
I've been like, who the fuck is this? Kisscapades podcast, trash. Like, let me focus on this women empowerment thing. But now you see if they don't give you that feedback and you seek somewhere else, now you start gravitating towards the people who are treating you well.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Because
Yeah.
like now people are just trying to look for interaction, network, and just the whole social media thing and stuff.
Yeah.
So you know how to use a camera, you know how to use...
Yeah. I've done media, obviously. Those are some of the like first things they teach you in school. Yeah.
I'll try you out for something.
Yeah.
Call you out for something when
Yeah.
I'm doing some of my shoots.
Please do.
And since it's on record here-
Please do.
If you fail one day,
No, I won't.
show up late.
I won't. Did I show up late today?
If you cannot
no,
edit,
did I show
no,
up
listen.
late today?
If you cannot edit and everything, just know.
I can edit. I'm telling you, I'm that guy. My
Yeah, and
friend.
if
I can edit.
If you edit like KBC stuff, I know like this one. And initiation, she's gone through the best. So.
Yeah. They're the best, especially when it comes to like teaching you editing stuff and camera work. They're the best.
And if they have deadlines and all those
Yeah.
things, it
Yeah.
means now you'll have to definitely be
Yeah.
in tune.
Yeah.
So let's just touch on love before we wind up, because I'm seeing like our clock is just ticking ahead. So trying to be in this space, and I know you're also still young and everything.
Yeah.
Love is always confusing to like young people and everything.
Very,
Because you're trying to pursue this, you're still trying a couple goals.
Yeah.
You're trying to have this and this. Are you dating currently?
Yeah, I am.
And how's that going for you? Look at the way she's smiling. She's just happy. She's like, oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
It's fine. It's okay.
Do you
It's
pick
good.
somebody that is also like sharing the same kind of hobby with you, or
No, not
Not really.
necessarily. Yeah, for me, if you have a good heart, you treat me nice. You're someone that I can see a future with, God-fearing, hardworking.
oh, so you'll marry this guy? You see yourself getting married to this guy?
To be honest, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. If
Nowadays,
things go well, yeah.
nowadays that's even hard to hear somebody say that. Like, me, I don't know how it's gonna go, but we are trying.
For me, yeah,
Yeah.
but you know, when it comes to relationship, it's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
I might be here like, yeah, it's good, blah blah blah, but behind the scenes, I don't know what she's doing.
Mm.
But you know, you just have to, just leave the rest to
Are you
God.
saying you don't trust him? or
No,
what are
no,
you
no,
saying?
no. I'm just being realistic with the
Oh,
way
with
things
how
are.
life can be. Yeah. No, that's true. That's
yeah,
actually
I'm just being realistic.
And that's the same approach you should use with jobs. You see,
yeah.
love is where people put like all their focus on, and then jobs and other things. They don't want to look at both sides of the coin. But that's also like good. But like, as a content creator, have you ever felt like now, since you're vlogging and everything, have you ever thought of like doing at those couple videos and stuff?
To be honest,
No,
no.
it's just too risky.
No, not that it's risky. To me, I don't want to put like my private life in social media that much, so that when something happens, they'll be, did you see her? Did you see this? Or maybe if you break up and now I start dating someone else, you see, you remember that?
Like one of the people who influence you.
No, no, I know.
Is it like-
What? No, I don't want to
Oh
be
my
like
God.
that girl who usually introduces new boyfriends every month.
Every
or
month on her videos, yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want that. So I don't think if I'll ever put my boyfriend or husband on my YouTube channel.
on your YouTube channel. It's just
I
not
don't
safe.
think- yeah, but
And-
maybe the voice. You'll hear the voice. You guys can hear the voice.
At the
You can see the
background too,
shoes,
like, yeah.
the shoes, the
Sure.
hands. Yeah.
I'm not saying. Plus, Pia social media, you show them the face.
Eh.
It was slide in that DM
Yeah,
like.
someone- yeah, this guy is a player. This guy, he bought me. I was with him.
They will
you know.
break it off
So
like this.
yeah.
At times, it's just better to play safe than
Yeah.
just to put. It's tricky, but I
Yeah.
completely understand.
Yeah.
And just like what kind of qualities? Because maybe you're coming from like a slightly younger generation. What qualities do you look for like in a guy?
In a guy, first of all, you have to be God-fearing, friendly.
Born again or just spiritual?
No,
kind
just spiritual. Like go to church. Go to church.
of? Okay.
Go to church. Hardworking. Someone that I know, like if I choose to live with this person, I won't sleep hungry. Not that I'm looking for someone who's rich, but someone who at least can put it in-
He's
yeah.
trying. He's
Yeah,
trying.
yeah.
Listen, nobody wants to be dying out here,
Yeah,
starving and needing.
Yeah, but
Somebody who has his shit together
Yeah.
or trying to at least.
yeah, social understanding. Someone who's not aggressive. For me, I hate aggressive men. I don't like aggressive men.
Aggressive in what way?
Someone who shouts at you at the little stuff. These control freaks.
Have you
Oh,
dated
where are
someone
you?
who was like that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
yeah. So
I
you don't want
have.
that anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I used to date one who was like, "Where are you?" Within 5 minutes, you see him at the parking. I see you with he used to call my friends jokers. I see you with those jokers. Now what are you eating? Come, let me go. I want to drop you at home. So I'm like, hey.
yeah, that's always that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Plus, like even just in the industry that you work on, I know it can affect so many different things because maybe there's a social gathering somewhere where you're
Yeah.
supposed to go. Not everywhere you can bring like your boyfriend or
Yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah.
At times, people are like, hey, come on.
Yeah,
You're just supposed
yeah,
to come here. Nobody's
Yeah,
here to-
yeah. I hate such relationships. Like, just give me my space. Don't be too on me. Feel like, let me miss you and be like, hi,
Yeah.
what
What are you up to? Can I
Yeah,
pass by?
yeah.
At least not where are you?
Yeah.
What time are you leaving? And then I want to pick you and drop you off so that
yeah,
now
or
I
even
just
if you arrived home late, where were you? You are lying. You weren't there. I was
and now
there.
if you take pictures with people, see, like
Yeah,
even the
yeah.
picture that he took here, I was just like, is your boyfriend going to be upset with
Now,
this
for
picture?
me, my boyfriend is cool, super cool.
Oh, no. I'm talking about her.
Oh,
when I was
yeah.
taking that
Yeah,
picture, I was
yeah.
like, I was asking, like, yo, I don't want a DM. Because I have so many of those DMs of
For real.
people threatening me. Yeah.
Hey.
Like, yo, I've seen you, nini, so you back off and nini. Hey, people,
Ah.
yeah. But it's happened for a while, because if you see my Instagram, you'll always see, like, amazing, beautiful, intelligent
Yeah, and first of all,
women.
the
Amazing.
name, the name, Kissbandit.
Oh,
So
Lord.
people just
Oh,
think,
Lord.
this one is going
Yeah.
to kiss our girlfriends.
This one is
They're
not.
going to leave us.
You shouldn't go for that. She said, well, not unless I'm coming with you, you're not going for
Kiss
that.
what?
So such things, but it just depends. It's tricky with the new day and times with
Yeah.
social media, balancing that. And how's social media working out for you? Do you feel the pressure to achieve what other people are achieving? Or you know how to differentiate and just like take a break from one and balance it out?
Yeah, actually that's what I usually do now. But before, I used to get the pressure of like, this girl is doing good. What am I doing? As in, sometimes you get pressured to a point you even unfollow them because you just don't want
You
to
don't
see.
want to see. You're
You
like,
don't want to see
this
how
is
you
too much.
yeah, you don't want to see how your life is boring. You're just like, let me just do the normal things that I used to do. I mean, I can't reach that level, so unfollow.
Baby steps until I get there. But
Yeah.
even for me, I just said it's also important. At times, it's not like you're hating. It's
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
it's not good for my stability or just mental well-being. I'm
Yeah,
just trying.
sometimes you're really struggling,
Yes.
and you see someone just getting
Yes.
it easy, and you're like, hey,
And that's why for me, even when I'm doing my Insta stories, I try and show people that, I'm not where I want to be, but understand all these things that when you see me running here doing, when you see me editing like at 2 a.m. in the morning,
Yeah.
it's because I want to see you to see the work that goes to all these things. I am
Yeah.
nowhere, trust me, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I do know that I'm making a difference with inspiring people, especially with the podcast. I see it and I get responses and people reach out, but I
Like,
know it's because
starting off, did you get like support
from
your?
who?
No one supported you, maybe your
Nobody.
parents. Ooh.
Nobody.
So I guess
Nobody.
I guess I'm just hopping
you
on the
see-
same bus,
But
eh?
you see, for somebody like my mom, I wouldn't say like she didn't support because she's there like for me emotional. But she doesn't understand what even a podcast is. You
Same
see,
with my mom. Same.
she's from a whole different
Same.
era. Like if I was telling her like I'm working in an office, doing this, reporting, I'm getting a salary, she would understand. But she
Yeah.
doesn't know what I do. But she's always like, oh, I see you feeding yourself. I see you're happy, and I see you progressing every other day. I see all those differences. So whatever you're doing, you just keep doing it, and that's the most important support I can get from her.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I need from her.
Yeah,
But
and that's all that matters.
it does. And like now, everywhere else externally, I used to send mails, messages to people. Nobody was assisting me like that much in the lane that I was. But for those who have, and I have forgotten about them, I really do appreciate, because the little things
Goes a
contribute
long way.
A lot. They
Yeah.
really do make a lot. And I get that so much on the podcast. Somebody just telling me that I saw this episode, it made me look at things so differently. And I really thank you for that, because even for me, I was going through this and that.
Yeah.
And back I'm like, okay, that's made an impact, and it's made somebody approach things differently.
Yeah.
So that I respect. And even for you, I do respect like just your movement. But I'm also like really, I would advise like just start off. You have to put it out there. The universe can't bless you with these blessings if
Yeah.
if you're not even trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to take that step.
Okay.
So
I'm
that
going to
being
put
said,
that into practice.
yeah, just try it.
Yeah.
Like, it won't hurt.
Yeah, it
Because
does.
like you said, you have the skill, you have
Yeah.
the laptop,
Yeah.
you have a camera.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Imagine.
You know, there are people who are always like, they don't have anything and they're always asking me for advice. I'm like, just start with your phone. Just start with, and you can actually start with your
Yeah,
phone.
you can.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
But just start. Take that first step. You'll attract everything else around you. Endorsements mean you'll travel. You'll travel without a white man. You'll get a job without sleeping with anyone.
Amen.
You will
I
get-
can't wait for that day.
You'll get an endorsement without like somebody blackmailing you or telling you
Yeah.
give them a cut. you'll get all those things, but you have to start approaching or focusing on your dream as well.
Yeah.
So now we're almost out of time, and I know like I don't want the memory card to just go like black out. What's just the last question, or if there's something else you think maybe we can touch on before the last question? Is there something pressing that you wanted to put out there maybe on the podcast?
No, I don't think. Yeah.
And what did you think of the podcast so far? Because you're saying like, I've never done this before. I'm not sure how it's going to go. It's been an hour already.
Yeah, and actually I'm even shocked it's an hour. I feel like I've just been here for 10 minutes.
You don't think you qualify to be a radio presenter or a TV presenter?
Oh,
you don't think you do?
No, I'm qualified. Right now, if I can do this...
Have you listened to your voice?
Yeah.
How does it sound? Good?
Yeah.
And how easy do we make it look?
It's very easy. At first, like I was even telling you, I feel like I'm in an interview. Like, I have to compose myself. I have to. But now that I'm just like, it's free. It's nice. It's it's comfortable.
And I told you, like, it won't even take 5 minutes before you become yourself. But don't forget, most importantly, it's because of the person who's sitting next to you. There's some people you'll sit next to them. They'll make you sweat. They'll make you not want to be there or even try to talk. They'll just make it really hard for you to relax and just be yourself. So also like that takes me back to like the people you surround yourself with. Yeah. That's the energy like definitely comes out when you're around certain people. Have you done another podcast or sit-down interview?
No, this is my first, actually.
And
the only interviews that I've done are job interviews where you're sweating, you're panting, like you don't know the next question. You're just there. You don't know if they're going to tell you come back or my friend just go back.
Yeah.
So this
but
is
now
my
you
first.
see, that's the thing I'm saying. Just surround yourself with that positive energy, and it's all going to be just like this. Yeah. Everything you'll be approaching will just be like this. It won't even feel like work, and things will just start falling in place. So positive people around you and positive thoughts. Yeah. And now, before I ask, the last question would be, what's the one thing right now that you think you're trying to achieve, and if like let's say you got it, it would give you fulfillment, happiness, sense of belonging, or just direction as well?
That's broad, huh?
Yeah.
I'd say happiness. I'd say peace, and just being what is this word? Just being what will I say? Is it not comfortable with myself? Just being like, sometimes I miss the old me. I used to be so I don't care. Like for me, this caring,
and now
caring
you're just
much.
You're like, what will this person think?
I really
they're saying
hate
with your
it.
content. That,
I really
like?
hate it. Yeah, because if I would have been that Velma before, I would have been far.
Very far.
I would have been far. So I think those are some of the things that I want to work on this year. Not caring what people will say. I'll just putting my content out there. Like, if you say it's rubbish, cool. I'll just post another one.
Because people can pick up that hesitation.
Yeah.
Because even when you walk in an interview room, the way you're saying, and then you're hesitant, someone will be like,
yeah, is she qualified? Like,
what if we put microphones? She'll pass out in front of people. Or we don't have to start medical care. Nini.
Yeah, I think I want to work on my confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know where that will come in? Your content.
Yeah.
Trust me, you put
not
it out
caring,
there.
Yeah.
You will stop caring. You put like 15, 20 videos consecutively.
Yeah.
You'll start now focusing on like, how do they make me feel? Am I feeling good about it? And people will start giving you those responses that you're looking for right now.
Because at times you post something and people will laugh. Have you seen her vlog? Now what was that?
You shouldn't care.
So you're just like, you even started looking at it like, maybe they were right. Yeah. They were right. You start looking at it differently.
Then start shifting like your thoughts by them. Like, hey,
even when you want to post something now, you're like, no, I can't post it. I don't want them to laugh at me again. So, and the worst part is that especially if you have done media, they're like, alifanya nini show tubuona Kenya na post, hii nini yake iko chini. So and then you go back and look at it, you're like, where?
By the way, it's not good, eh?
Yeah, it's not. It's really demotivating. It's not nice.
That takes me back to people to surround yourself. People who motivate you. You have people around me that motivate me. They tell me like, no, hey, this one looks good. Hey, that one was good. That was good. If you give me like a bad comment, I'd be like, I'd pay attention to it like for a minute, but the majority of the me that I'm paying attention is the positive ones.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm impressed with how you do this. I like how you did that interview. I like the feedback that you've given me back on this. So just focus on those.
Yeah.
Because those are the things that will keep you going. Critics will keep you.
Yeah, actually, I think that's what has kept me from like posting.
Post. I'm telling you, post. Like go tonight and post something.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow morning, whichever time works for you.
Today, I'm going to post it. I won't even
Post.
care.
Post.
Today.
And if you don't post, what happens?
I'm going to post it. If I don't post, delete my number.
I won't
post.
delete. Block.
Fine.
Block.
Fine. I'm going to post. It's a deal.
So we need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
What you'll do is tell people where they can find you on social media, and if there's anything else you have going on that you'd like to plug or shout someone out, please do so.
Okay. You can find me on my YouTube channel. I go by the name of Velly, and Instagram Velly, and Facebook Velma Acheno. Yeah, hit me up if you're a YouTuber. Let's collabo. Hit me up. Yeah, I'm friendly and social.
I'll put all your links down below, and we'll definitely talk about if you can assist me with some stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes.
Thank you.
But you should never tell anyone sleeping is like one of your hobbies.
I know, but
Just try from today not to include it. Maybe, is it on your CV?
Really, I can't put that on my CV. I can't.
I wouldn't be
put that on my
surprised with
CV.
people anymore. Be like, sleeping. Wants to come and sleep on the job.
I
Not
can't
here.
put that on my CV.
So, thanks for reaching out. Thanks for coming through to the podcast. And I wish you nothing but the best in your whole journey.
Thank you so much.
Thankful to be.
It was a pleasure being here.
I appreciate that. I hope it met your expectations.
Yeah, it really did. And actually, this has just motivated me to just work hard, keep putting my content out there. I mean, you're just here by yourself and doing it. I mean,
yeah.
What's my excuse?
See, I'm talking to the next person who's coming.
I'm
thinking of their questions and everything.
I'm like, what's my excuse? I really have to work hard.
And you have the gear and you have everything with you.
Yeah.
So just do it.
Yeah, and surround myself with people who motivate me and support me.
Positive people. You have to trust me. Those people, like even friends who are constantly laughing at your content, like Kenya post. Yes, you can sit with them, but not when you can give them just little time. But you have to focus. People are going crazy in Nairobi. You see suicide rates. You have to focus on just your well-being until you're in that place where you're trying to be, or at least you're on track.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming through, and I hope to get you in another episode,
yeah,
a part 2 or something.
Please
for
do,
sure.
Please do.
So cheers to 2020 and better content this year, right?
Yeah.
It's been another amazing episode of the Kisscapades podcast. We appreciate all the love and support. And guys, you know the drill. We're on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. It's the only way you can show some love and support and help our channel and social media platforms grow. We appreciate all the love and support. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's the Kisscapades podcast. Goodbye.